industry and your job is very flexible. So what specifically appealed to you about Alaska?
There's a lot of things that appeal about it. It's beautiful place to live. If anybody's ever visited, they can attest to that. But visiting somewhere and living in a place is very different things. But I was looking for work, really good to kind of further my career, and I had some opportunities that came available up here, and really just jumped on it. We were excited to move the family up here and kind of experience this last frontier for ourselves. So yeah, it's been interesting. It's been an experience. That is for sure.
Yeah, I imagine it's not quite as easy as just moving across the state line in the lower 48. There's a lot that goes into it.
Oh yeah, a lot more logistics, a lot more cost, a lot more planning. There's a lot of things that you don't necessarily think about, and then when you're in the process of moving here, you're like, oh, that those things become apparent. Things you wouldn't think of, if you're just moving in town or from one state to another in the lower 48. So it's definitely been interesting, and a lot of things that you learn.
Good deal. And we'll be jumping in kind of into those specific things that you learned here. But I guess backing up for a second, was there any specific moment you can remember that really just made you decide I'm moving to Alaska, or for you was it kind of a gradual thing where you just woke up one morning and it's like, well, okay, I guess we're going to Alaska.
No, I mean, I've done a couple trips here in the past, and it was always in the summer, and it's so beautiful. And I remember the last time I was up here, it was probably 2 years ago, I want to say, in the summer, and it was just amazing. We were, in Anchorage, I was visiting some friends. We were sitting outside barbecuing, and it was like 11 o'clock and still nice and light out. And I was just like, man, I love it here. It's so nice. It's just the climate, the environment, the people, kind of the culture. I just was digging it. And ever since then, I've been like, man, I'd really love to move up and do that move. But like, it wasn't really practical, right? Like it wasn't like a thing I could just do. So I decided to do it in the middle of winter, in the middle of the pandemic. I thought that would be the best, easiest way to do it. But no, I mean, like it really a job opportunity became available, and really, really helped, and I jumped on it. So yeah, that was a big deal.
Man, that's awesome. So what parts of Alaska did you visit while you were up here?
Mostly, so I've mostly just the Anchorage area, the Valley, Anchorage, and then some of the you have Palmer, and yeah, basically there, and then been down to like did a bunch of boat tours and stuff out of Whitter and stuff like that. So
oh, nice. Okay,
yeah, that was fun.
Good deal. Well, you've have you been to the Kenai Peninsula yet?
Not yet. I am excited to go when we get some weather.
Good deal. Good deal. I mean, actually, you can. I mean, if you get a little time here, I mean, definitely go take a trip down to Seward or Homer. It's just kind of a small town off the grid a little bit, and just a good place to kind of disconnect. But yeah, I'll put that on your bucket list for you.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely on there. Like, there's so much to see. This place is just the size it's humongous place.
Yeah, I think that's another good question. So, I mean, a lot of people kind of don't really appreciate just how big Alaska is, just because it's not really drawn to scale.
Very true.
Yeah, it's absolutely enormous. Like,
yeah. I mean, and the people just kind of are used to that scale that live here. I think. When I first moved here, my average work commute was 5 minutes. I lived in Oregon, very easy to get around, and yeah, here it's not. I mean, it's not hard to get around, but it's just everything is spread out a lot more. I mean, just Anchorage, the city of Anchorage itself is the amount of area that it is much larger than people think. At least for me, it was. yeah, and driving from work. So I live in the valley, is and living in the valley, and then driving to Anchorage for work that's a journey. It's a 40,
Right.
45 minutes one way, depending on weather. So yeah, it's something you have to get used to if you're not used to those long commutes.
Right.